Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to an incredible historic event, the first Art of Living Coast to Coast Canada Satsang um, for welcoming Guruji's birthday week. Yeah, can everybody hear me? Yeah, with hands up. Perfect. Good morning, good afternoon, bonjour tout le monde, namaste, welcome. We're really excited to welcome everybody to this special edition of Coast to Coast Satsang from the Art of Living Foundation. I know there's so many people who have joined us from across the country. Feel free to let us know where you're logging in from. There's many people from across the world as well. Let me just some. I think somebody is sharing their screen. I would love to not stop the participant sharing. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Good. Sorry about that. So welcome everybody. Um, Feel free. Oh, it's people from Montreal, from Toronto, yeah, from people from all over Canada. We're really like connected in so many ways that we have not been able to do before, right? So I'd like to give thanks to everybody who has made it today. Thanks to all the people who've come together to make this event happen, especially our special guests. Yeah? I don't know why people are sharing. Okay, great. Um, so it looks like we have so many people join us. And these are interesting times, right? But we are going through it. We're making the most out of it by dissolving all the borders, all of the boundaries that are connecting us. Yeah. That being said, I would like to also acknowledge the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, the Tsleil-Waututh and the Musqueam nations as well, where we're broadcasting from. This is all about honoring traditions and ancestral wisdom, and let's also honor all of the mothers in the audience today for Mother's Day. Yeah, we have all come from our mothers, and everybody, and this is like an incredible. Every day is a good day to kind of celebrate our mothers, but today especially so. And so we want to make sure that we thank everybody for all of the incredible work that our family and mothers have given to us over the years. Yeah. Good. So we have many new people joining us today. Yeah. I think a few people are saying that my voice is a little soft. Just checking if everybody can hear me now. All right. Okay. All right. Good. Some people are saying that it's good. All right. So I know there's a lot of new people who have joined us today, and I just want to kind of introduce the event and the organization that we're part of. The Art of Living Foundation, if you're new, is one of the world's largest volunteer-based humanitarian and educational organizations. We proudly offer stress relief techniques, self-development courses in over 150 countries. And over the last 39 years, we've been able to touch the lives of 370 million people at least. And so many people have enjoyed profound stress relief techniques, inner happiness, and really be able to live life to their full potential over the years. And it's such an incredible honor to be part of this organization. Welcome you if you're new. And what an incredible start to this week, because this week is very special. This week is the birthday week of our founder of the organization, Sri Ravi Shankar. He's a world-renowned humanitarian and peace leader. And his vision is very simple. It's to create a stress-free and violence-free society while holding a larger vision for world peace. And over his last 64 years of tirelessly working to revive ancient wisdom, he has just touched the lives of so many people over the years. And this week, let's celebrate in his honor by doing as much as we can to uplift each other through music, meditation, and connection. So there's many programs, as you can see, before we started the event, um, happiness programs, breathwork programs, meditation programs, silence programs, and this is an incredible, opportunity to take the time to connect and go within. Yeah. So speaking of reaching within, I don't know many people who have used music to bring people to stillness and joy and bliss, like our guest today. Vikram Hazra is one of the foremost names in Indian devotional music, with over 20 albums, packed concerts in so many countries, 50 countries over the world. He was one of the first to introduce the electric guitar and jazz rock sensibilities to today's music. And he's got an incredible resume. But what's most incredible is that his innocent presence and the way that he can raise people into bliss is absolutely unprecedented. And so this is something that we are really lucky to be able to enjoy. And we're really honored because he is actually very sought after through the world, and it's something that we are really looking forward to having him join us. And this is an interesting format. It's on Zoom, but we can all join in, even though we're muted on our side. We'll be able to sing, we'll be able to enjoy, and this is something that the more you put in, the more obviously you're going to get out of it. So without much further ado, I know everybody is here not to hear me, or because my volume is low, probably not being able to hear me. But really, the star of the show is really Vikram Hazra, and I'd like to welcome him, and I'll turn it over to him.
ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा हे माता विश्वमोहिनी देवी जगदम्बा हे माता विश्वमोहिनी देवी जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा जगदीश्वरी अम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा आनंद रूपिणी माता भवानी देवी जगदम्बा आनंद रूपिणी माता भवानी देवी जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा जय दुर्गा महामाया जगदम्बा Jai Gurudev. Hi Pooja and Bhavesh, first of all. And of course, so many friends and family in Canada. One second. Yep. I think this is about as good a quality of sound we'll get across a Zoom call streaming to Facebook. So I hope you guys have good headphones or speakers on. If you're just on a phone, you are going to have a bit of trouble, so please bear with us. The word to measure corresponds to the Sanskrit word maya. Maya literally in its fundamental form means that which can be measured. And that's why it's used in our culture to refer to everything that is transient in our life, everything that is not permanent. For example, our age, our weight, our salary, the number of rooms in our homes. All this can change over time. But that which is changeless within us is referred to as something beyond measure, which is why Devi, the Shakti, the divine mother element or principle, is also known as Mahamaya, that which helps you transcend your limitations, achieve the immeasurable, attain the changeless, uh, eternal, blissful state within. And that's why they say Mahamaya Jagadamba. The power that rules the universe takes you beyond all limitations. So each one of these Sanskrit chants has a beautiful story behind it, has a beautiful significance, and more importantly, has a profound effect on our brain, on our mind, on our nervous system, and our very consciousness. But the beauty of it is we're all on a level playing field here because most people in India may not be familiar with Sanskrit. And also, in the course of my sessions, I tend to sing in several different languages. So if you're not an Indian, don't think that you're the only one who's not understanding it. Most of my Indian brethren are having an equal amount of trouble because I also tend to sing in some folk dialects which are unheard in the country in most cases. And we'll do a bit of that as well today. I just wanted to start off with a prayer to Mother Divine because it's Mother's Day, and that's the principle of motherhood that is most dear to me. It is embodied in my life by Bhanu Didi, so, who has literally played the role of a mother figure to me. So that was dedicated to her. This song was a great favorite of Gurudev's mother's, and I used to sing it a lot when she was alive as well. Yeah, so it's a special dedication. We'll move right on to Shiva. And this is a folk song from the north of India, Himachal Pradesh. And just to show you that even in the remotest corners of India, in the rural areas, people used to write these beautiful devotional lyrics and they continue to sing them to this day. अंग बभूत धौलू सवारी अंग बभूत धौलू सवारी ओ दर्शन किया करी पाना दर्शन किया करे पाना शंकर संकट हरना शंकर संकट हरना शिव कैलाशो के वासी धौलीधारों के राजा शंकर संकट हरना शंकर संकट हरना तेरे कैलाशोरांत न पाया तेरे कैलाशोरा अंत न पाया अंत बेअंत तेरी माया ओ भोले बाबा अंत बेअंत तेरी माया शंकर संकट हरना शंकर संकट हरना शिव कैलाशों के वासी धौलीधारों के राजा शंकर संकट हरना शंकर संकट हरना आदि अनादि अनंत अपारा, आदि अनादि अनंत अपारा, कि तेरा कोई अंत न पाया, तेरा कोई अंत न पाया। शंकर मंगल करना, शंकर मंगल करना, शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौलीधारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हर, शंकर मंगल करना, शंकर मंगल करना। I'm very tempted to sing in a language that nobody will understand, just to prove to you that we really are on a level playing field. But then, see, in a sense, it's not about the music at all. I mean, what you know in North America and Canada as kirtan music is a subset of the larger compendium of or volume of Indian devotional music. You know, it's like using the word Xerox for all photocopiers. So it's one aspect. But I'm very glad to know that there's such a huge following for kirtan music in the States. When I was in the Bay Area a couple of years ago, we had so many people come up, and they're so good. You know, it's something I discuss with Anand and everybody quite often. But for me, the main inspiration for singing bhajans or singing kirtan music came from Canada, because you have Divya Prabha in Halifax in Nova Scotia. And according to me, she's the greatest bhajan singer on the planet. I don't think she's as well known. So and the other big influence, so I'm going to sing one of Divya's in a little bit. And the other big influence is my teacher's training teacher, that was Krishan Vermaji. So Krishan Bhaiya is also from Canada, and he writes the most beautiful, ecstatic devotional poetry describing his experience of the Absolute. I'm going to sing something very simple from Kabir Das ji. He was a weaver, a poet, a saint, and without having any degrees to his name, he sang of the Absolute in such abstraction. It was just, it's still ahead of its time even today. आगे चलूं पंथ नाही कोई सुझे रे, I'll explain bits and pieces as we go along, but I'd really like if you could just soak in the vibration. That's the most important thing. And wherever you feel like singing along in the safety of your homes, please do so. आगे चलूं पंथ नहीं कोई सूझे रे, के पीछे दोष लगावे, हे पीछे दोष लगावे, के ही विधि ससुरे जाऊं मोरी सजनी, जाऊं मोरी सजनी, बिरहान जोर जलावे रे, ए बिरहान जोर जलावे रे। नहीं हरवा हम का न भावे, हम का न भावे, हरवा नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा। Naiharva is Maika, the maternal home or the father's home. So he compares the soul's longing to dissolve in the absolute with the longing of a bride to be to go and begin a blissful new life in the home of her husband to be. नहीं हरवा हम का न भावे, हम का न भावे, नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा। चांद सूरज यहाँ, चांद सूरज यहाँ, पवन न पानी, पवन न पानी। चांद सूरज यहाँ, पवन न पानी, पवन न पानी को संदेशा पहुँचावे, को संदेशा पहुँचावे रे। नहीं हरवा हम का न भावे, हम का न भावे, नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा। Usually, at this point, I digress, since it's the theme of longing. And there's a folk tale from Rajasthan where a queen stands in her palace with no jewelry and no makeup, and her lady in waiting asks her why this is so, because she has all the abundance in the world. के मंदिर माँ सुंदर खड़ी रे, मंदिर माँ सुंदर खड़ी रे, के खड़ी सुखावे केस रे, खड़ी सुखावे के जिन्हें आंगन केवड़ा, जिन्हें के आंगन केवड़ा, वो क्यों मैला भेस रे, वो क्यों मैला भेस। But the queen is longing for the king who is away in battle. And that's why nothing makes sense to her, nothing attracts her, nothing motivates her. So she says, "के आग लगे उसके बड़े को, के आग लगे उसके बड़े को, और जले बुझे ये केस रे, जले बुझे ये केस, ये जिस माली का केवड़ा, जिस माली का केवड़ा, वो माली परदेस रे, पधारो म्हारे देश, देश रे, पधारो जी, हे जी म्हारे देश। हे साजन साजन मैं लिखूं, साजन साजन मैं कहूँ, अन साजन ही ये जड़ी तेरे, के साजन जीव जड़ी, ये साजन लखूं, ये साजन लखूं, लखूं रे म्हारे चुंदड़े, साजन लखूं, लखूं रे म्हारे चुंदड़े, नी पाचू में घड़ी घड़ी, पधारो म्हारे देश, ये पधारो म्हारे देश रे, मत शकिया ढोला रे, ए आओ सारे पधारो म्हारे देश, देश रे, पधारो म्हारे देश। Let's go back and see what Kabir has to say about this. Is there a resolution to this longing? Will my prayers be answered? Will the divine heed my call? Not without the guidance and grace of the master or the guru, I don't think. के बिन सतगुरु आपनो नहीं कोई, हे बिन सतगुरु आपनो नहीं कोई, आपनो नहीं कोई, को यहाँ राह दिखावे, को यहाँ राह दिखावे रे, कहत कबीरा, कहत कबीरा, सुनो भाई साधो, सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीरा, सुनो भाई साधो, सुनो भाई साधो, के सपने में प्रीतम आवे, हे सपने में प्रीतम आवे रे, अगन यहाँ अगन यहाँ, अगन यहाँ, जिया की बुझावे नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा, नहीं हरवा, ए I'm just trying to read some of the messages in between. But hey. Um, oh yeah. অসীম কালে This is just a few lines from Rabindranath Tagore. It was his birth anniversary a few days ago. So, of course, for all Bengalis all over the world, it was like a very special day because he's like an icon in our lives. And in many cases, he's the first guru that we grow up with, being born into a Bengali family, even if we don't live anywhere near Calcutta or West Bengal. In fact, most of my family is in North America, and two of my uncles live in Ottawa. So I think some of them are listening in right now. My dad went to McGill. অসীম কালে যেহিলোলে জোয়ার ভাটায় ভুবন দোলে নাড়িতে মোর রক্ত ধারায় লেগেছে তার টান বিস্ময়ে তাই জাগে জাগে আমার গান আকাশ ভরা সূর্য তারা বিশ্ব ভরা প্রাণ তাহারি মাঝখানে আমি পেয়েছি আমি পেয়েছি মোর স্থান বিস্ময়ে তাই জাগে জাগে আমার গান আকাশ ভরা The reason I share this is because he was so influenced by nature and he saw divinity in nature itself. So he writes that there are stars and the sun in the sky. There is prana. There is so much of energy, consciousness pulsating in the universe. And in this whole milieu of creation, of the dance of creation, I have found my place. And having found my place, I feel the echo of that pull. I feel the call of the universe gushing through my veins, echoing in every single cell of my being. And that's how my heart bursts forth in song. So, I mean, that's a very liberal translation, so you'll have to bear with it. But I thought I'd share it because it has a lot of meaning to all of us who are sadhaks and meditators, right? Let's try the acoustic. tere. Sadho, साधो गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाओ, साधो गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाओ. This is Krishan Bhaiya's song. He says, let me share the deepest secret of the world with you. Sadho guhyatam gyan sunao. He says, I don't consider myself to be different from the Guru Tattva, the Guru principle. And hence, when I bow down to my own self. समझूं मैं खुद को रूप गुरु का, समझूं मैं खुद को रूप गुरु का, खुद को शीश झुकाऊं, खुद को शीश झुकाऊं, गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाऊं, खुद से रूठूं, खुद को मनाऊं, गा गा गीत रिझाऊं, खुद से रूठूं, खुद को मनाऊं, गा गा गीत रिझाऊं. रंग बेरंगी कुंज गलिन में, रंग बेरंगी कुंज गलिन में, खुद से रास रचाऊं, खुद से रास रचाऊं, गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाऊं, साधो गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाऊं. In the last verse he says, Krishna, referring to himself, कृष्ण ये विद्या पाई गुरु से, कृष्ण ये विद्या पाई गुरु से, समझे जो समझाऊं, खुद और खुदा में भेद न कोई, खुद और खुदा में भेद न कोई, अंतिम सत्य बताऊं, अंतिम सत्य बताऊं, गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाऊं, साधो गुह्यतम ज्ञान सुनाऊं. It was Adi Shankaracharya's birth anniversary as well, just a few days ago. And I love singing his compositions, the stotrams, especially everything from Shivoham to Meenakshi Panchratnam. And of course, you must be familiar with the Kanakadhara Stotram, the Anand Lahari. There's such a vast treasure trove. And yet, it seems that at the end of his life, Adi Shankara, who was the greatest exponent of Advait Vedanta, non-dual absolute consciousness, he prayed to the divine and asked forgiveness, saying that though I know that you are one, I took the liberty, or I had the audacity to worship you as two. I made you into many forms and adored you in each of them. And yet, though I know that you are just one, so please forgive me at the end of my life. And that really helped me because it helped reconcile, the absolute consciousness that we felt while meditating or while doing the hollow and empty, and of course it uh, starts to trickle down inexorably into our day-to-day lives as well. So I don't really differentiate between those states now. But for me, the other part, of really letting go and singing and dancing in satsang was very difficult, because I would rather sit quietly and meditate, and then now having the responsibility to sing this, and of course now having to earn my living from it, I do need to be like, But then this knowledge helped me, So I'm able to sing something very simple, like okay, let me just sing it for you. शाम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है, शाम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है, हर एक नजर कृपा की बाबा नाम इज्जत से महंगी है, मेरे दिल की यही तमन्ना, मेरे दिल की यही तमन्ना, करूं सेवा तेरी दिन रात, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, मेरे सर पर रख दो बाबा अपने दोनों ये हाथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, अब तो कृपा कर दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, दे देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. I think we need some people dancing in their homes as well. Let's ramp it up now. क्या बात है दीपक भाई, इंदौर से उज्जैन. कि देने वाले शाम प्रभु से नाम और इज्जत क्या मांगे, देने वाले शाम प्रभु से नाम और इज्जत क्या मांगे, और मांगे भी तो शाम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे. गो जेम्स. मांगे भी तो शाम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे, कर तो दिया, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे तू कृपा की बरसा, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, अरे अब तो कृपा कर दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. Hi Birju. So let me tell you a story, because Birju loves stories. The next verse starts like this. सुना है हमने शरणागत को अपने गले लगाते हो. And the original line, I don't know Bhavesh if I shared this with you. सुना है हमने शरणागत को अपने गले लगाते हो. The original line is quite funny actually. हमने ऐसा क्या मांगा जो देने से घबराते हो. And I was right next to Gurudev on stage when I sang this for the first time. And as you can imagine, I sang this line. He's with eyes closed. He just opens his eyes, looks at me, and he goes, and I got it. I really got it. I got it at that moment. So I quickly sang the rest of the song, got off stage, and I texted him. सुना है हमने शरणागत को अपने गले लगाते हो. And I wrote, चाह कोई उठने से पहले झोली भर कर जाते हो. चाह कोई उठने से पहले झोली भर कर जाते हो. तो चाहे जैसे रख बनवारी, चाहे जैसे रख गिरधारी, हो चाहे जैसे रख बनवारी, हो चाहे जैसे रख गिरधारी, बस होती रहे मुलाकात. देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. अब तो कृपा कर दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ. Come on everybody. हे गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. हे राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. Sing it. राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. गोविंद बोलो बोलो, गोपाल बोलो. हे गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो. गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. हे राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. हे राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. हो गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो. हे गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. राधा रमण गोविंद बोलो. राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण राधे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा. हे गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. बोलो. हे राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो. राधा रमण तुम्ही गोविंद बोलो. गोविंद बोलो, हरि गोपाल बोलो. गोपाल बोलो. गोविंद बोलो बोलो, गोपाल बोलो. गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो, हे राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। देना हो तो दीजिए, जन्म जन्म का बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती, ये नदियाँ, ये रहना और तुम। I want you to close your eyes and sing the next one very softly, soaking in the vibrations. It's one of my favorite chants. And of course, it's by Divya Prabhaji. And at the end of it, we'll just close our eyes for a few minutes, just spend a few moments in silence. And then, of course, I'll sing a few more for you, don't worry. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Gopal Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Gopal Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayana, Narayana, Jaya Gopal Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Gopal Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Gopal Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Gopal Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Jaya Govinda Hari. Narayan, Narayan, Jaya Gopal Hari. Jaya Gopal Hari. Jaya Gopal Hari. We can sit very comfortably with our eyes closed and just relax the body and feel the vibrations in the system. तुम गगन के चंद्रमा हो, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ। तुम गगन के चंद्रमा हो, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ। तुम प्रणय के देवता हो, तुम प्रणय के देवता हो, मैं समर्पित फूल हूँ। तुम गगन के चंद्रमा हो, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ। तुम उषा की लालिमा हो, भोर का सिंदूर हो, मेरे प्राणों के हो गुंजन, मेरे मन का मयूर हो। तुम हो काया, मैं हूँ छाया, तुम हो काया, मैं हूँ छाया, तुम सुधा, मैं प्यास हूँ। तुम गगन के चंद्रमा हो, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ। तुम महासागर की सीमा, मैं किनारे की लहर। तुम महासागर की सीमा, मैं किनारे की लहर। तुम महासंगीत के स्वर, मैं अधूरी सांस पर। तुम हो पूजा, मैं पुजारी, तुम हो पूजा, मैं पुजारी। तुम क्षमा, मैं भूल हूँ। तुम गगन के चंद्रमा हो, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ, मैं धरा की धूल हूँ। तुम हो पूजा, मैं पुजारी, तुम क्षमा भूल Thanks so much, everyone. Oh, look at the time. I thought it's been like 15 minutes or something. Wow. Anand, do we have time or do we have a couple of questions from people? And
Yes, thank you so much, Vikramji. It's just incredible, incredible going to another planet with you here. It is a totally unique experience, as you saw. All the hundreds of people who are joining us, we transported into bliss. I'm sure a lot of us have listened to your videos, CDs for years and years and decades, some of us. And for the first time, we are able to kind of connect with you like you're right in front of us in our own bedrooms and living rooms. We have some time, and so we have some questions as well. There's quite a few
Sure,
requests.
why don't you? Yeah, why don't you read them out to me? Yeah.
Sure. So the first one is, it's very concerning to see the state of politics in the world and the nation, and sometimes it can get discouraging. How does one stay positive and hopeful among the realities of society?
I heard someone say once that one of the problems with the world is the silence of the good people. And good people need to speak both through their actions as well as through their inner strength or their inner, uh, how would you call it, their incredibly stable consciousness. So we are already on the first path. I'm sure the second goes along. Gurudev often says, Shanti ke saath kranti lani hai. So the revolution has to come from inner peace to outer transformation. And I think we're on the way. So I do believe all our volunteers are definitely on the path. So I feel very blessed to be a part of the solution. So I know it's a long, it seems like a very, very long uphill climb, but believe me, every step makes a difference. And we can genuinely see that in the world around us. And I'm very, very thankful to so many of our art of living, not just volunteers and teachers, but also our well-wishers and donors who have helped tremendously to support uh, the frontline workers, the doctors, and the underprivileged in this crucial time. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. Yeah. And I would also ask, for a lot of people have been asking to share your musical journey. Where did you begin? How did Vikram become Vikram? Like that's a thing that I've got many.
Um, uh, there's a not so serious component and a serious component. The not so serious component is I used to find bhajans very boring. So I set out to make bhajans accessible to people like me that didn't like bhajans. And more importantly, I wanted to change the frame around the picture so that this vast body of content of spiritual knowledge from the Indian subcontinent is accessible to the entire world in a very, very simple and global format. The serious part is, as you must have heard Gurudev say a few days ago, the head always longs for something new, and the heart always resonates with something ancient. Now we already have these ancient mantras, but I consider it my responsibility to also appeal to the head, to create music that is so attractive, that is so contemporary, that anybody across the world, regardless of the language they speak or the culture to which they belong, they can access it, they can find themselves humming along to it or tapping their feet, even if they don't understand a single word. And then that would draw them into the deeper philosophy or the meanings of the songs as well, which also I endeavor to share. So effectively, it's been that. And then the third aspect has been I make a lot of mistakes, a lot. Like, I strive to, every day I pick up the guitar, I make some new mistakes. And so fresh material keeps coming out. It's nice. I get bored very easily. So I think that's the secret.
Well, we definitely are not bored listening to this, and we cannot tell what is a mistake or not. It's incredible, incredible to kind of like listen to your story and evolution. Maybe something for us, normal human beings who perhaps maybe are not so musically gifted, or people who are, without a musical background. How does one tap into that creative side of who we are? People,
I, I think that's a question for Tina, not for me. Because I used to. I mean, there's no real way to say this without sounding very conceited. For the longest time, I didn't know what it was for a person not to appreciate music or not to be tuneful. And then I got, and then I got married. You have to speak into the mic if you. So uh,
So,
th-
cutting him here.
that's Tina, by the way.
Hi, guys. I don't know if you all noticed, I laughed on that question was simply because I'm married to this pseudo intellectual Bengali who has zero compassion for people who are tone deaf. And that's why the master did that to him, to get him grounded. So let me see how you compassionately answer that question. And then from tomorrow, I'm singing along.
We usually say that if you want to clear a room, nobody's leaving after a fantastic concert, then you just give her the mic and two lines and Janagana Mana or something. But I think everybody loves music. Like Tina has a lot of the songs that I sing are suggested by her because she has a very good ear. And then I started to value the role of the listener in my life. And I think, yes, that did play a large part in my evolution as a musician because then I started creating music from the point of view of the listener. So everything like Dena Ho To Dijiye and things like that are created in such a way that everybody can enjoy. Uh, there is a tendency among musicians mm, to create music for musicians, that, hey, look at that fancy chord that I played, and look at this interesting voicing, and look at how I played this against that. And nobody really hears it when you're on stage. Everybody would rather just, groove. So that was very important for me. I would suggest, you know, listening to chanting or some simple songs like this when you're driving. Bhajans are great music for driving too, because you don't get road rage. You can sing along and nobody can criticize you for having a bad voice because you're the only person driving in the car. And yeah, well, it optimizes your breathing as well, I'm told. So there's all good things about it. And you learn so many new songs every day. So you can tune into one of our stations or one of our channels and listen to some exceptionally good chanting and enjoy your drives. I think that's a very good way of getting into it.
Fantastic. There's a lot of people asking about your journey with Art of Living, and especially since this is the start of Gurudev's birthday week, maybe could you share a little bit about your relationship with Guruji, and how that has really played into your musical evolution and
That's actually rather well put, because my journey itself is exceptionally uneventful. It's literally, I met him. He said, come to Bangalore. I went to Bangalore and I didn't come back. It's as simple as that. I mean, if you don't believe me, Pooja and Bhavesh will vouch for me in this case. And yeah, see? And my relationship with him has remained unchanged from the moment I first saw him. So there is an interesting story there because I went to just see him because he was my friend's guru, and I hated having to take my shoes off because I was that kind of guy. I was like, oh my god, these Indian people, and, barefoot, dirty floors, kind of thing. So I kept my socks on, I think, and and I looked around the hall. In those days, like this was like a packed program of Gurudev in Bombay, 1994, there would have been like around 150, max 200 people. And yet I looked around the hall. I said, you know what? I can't sit there. And then my friends who had invited me, Baba and Harish, they were up on stage, sitting around, on the stage around near Guruji. So I went up on stage to sit with them. And nobody scooched, nobody made room. So I kept walking past people thinking somebody will move aside and let me have a seat. Nobody did. I finally wound up sitting right next to him. Like if he's here, I was right next to him on his right. And I felt it was the most normal thing in the world. I was like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to sit. And it was like we have known each other for like I don't know how many lifetimes. I was at that time a very strong practicing and preaching atheist. I was against all gurus and all so-called religious activities and things like that. Never heard a bhajan in my life, nothing. And yet I felt totally at home in that moment. So I think for me, my journey finished as soon as it began. I mean, the rest of it is just events. I don't think I'll have a greater achievement in my life than my guru having found me in this lifetime. For me, that is the greatest success of my life. And the rest is breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out.
Well, we're very, very thankful and lucky that you were found. and
And then, then I must tell you, so then I had Bade Guruji, that is Gurudev, who taught me to live in the present moment. And then to reinforce that, he sent Chote Guruji, the smaller Guruji in my life, to force me to live in the present moment.
we're thankful for all the gurus in your life and our lives. One last question that I have to ask. When are you coming to Canada to tour and meet us in person?
Visa is ready already.
Perfect.
We're just waiting for the flights to resume, and I'll be on the next plane there.
Wonderful.
We were supposed to go to Banff with Pooja and Bhavesh, and that trip got cancelled, due to some unforeseen circumstances. But that's also on the list. And I also have this, I should share with you, I have this plan, which Tina has not decided not to participate in, is to take the train across Canada. So probably Anand will put me on the train in Vancouver, and then somebody, Guru Prasad or somebody will receive me in Toronto or something like that.
We'll probably fill the whole train of people, just ourselves, going coast to coast. It'll be a real coast to coast satsang in the train all day, every day. It's going to be amazing.
That's not a bad idea.
I know.
That's
looking forward to it. Sell out very fast. If everyone wants to be on that train, please put your number into the chat message.
This is really a good idea. Okay, let's get cracking on this.
Well, thank you so much, Vikramji, again. Thank you, Tina, for all that you do in supporting. I know that it takes a lot of work to kind of like support all these incredible events that Vikramji participates in as well. And it's such an honor for us to have you with us, taking us to a place that we've never been before, honestly. And there's these silver linings that we keep seeing in these interesting times that we're so thankful for. Really, really blessed to be with you, and hope that this is the beginning of something new, something that continues in many formats.
I hope so. Thank you for having me. And I think for the last one, I'll let Bhavesh put his request because he knows better.
I see there's some JJ Radharamana requests coming in. I don't know if that's something that you're open.
That's something I probably don't even remember. That's Suresh Vasu there on the chat as well, who organized Project Udan. And that was a beautiful fundraising drive, and the school has already been built. Earlier this December, 1st of December, we were in Kolkata with Gurudev. Suresh ji was there, and we joined Gurudev as he inaugurated the school that was built from Project Udan. It was very, very emotional for us. And Canada has requested a few dates already, so I'm sure we'll be seeing you in some capacity or the other very soon. Yes, Bhavesh. Bhavesh da.
I put Bhavesh on.
Yeah, you can unmute him.
Hare Krishna Ram, Bangla.
I know Pooja and Tina have been chatting. There's no other way that this can be possible. तू तेरा बोल अभी बांग्ला तो हो गया
ये
हरे कृष्ण नाम दिलो प्रिय बलराम राखाल राजा नाम राखे भक्त श्रीदाम। एजीपी की याद आई बिरजू? হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম দিল প্রিয় বলরাম, রাখাল রাজা নাম রাখে ভক্ত শ্রীদাম। নন্দের নন্দন নাম রাখিল শ্রী নন্দ, নন্দের নন্দন নাম রাখিল শ্রী নন্দ, বৃন্দাদুতি দিল নাম বৃন্দাবন চন্দ্র। ননিচোরা নামে ডাকে গোপবালাগণ, ননিচোরা নামে ডাকে গোপবালাগণ। অষ্টতর শতনাম, অষ্টতর শতনাম, অষ্টতর শতনাম পেল নারায়ণ। হরি বল, হরি বল, হরি বল, হরি বল। So since we talked about kirtan in the beginning, typically a lot of the kirtan styles that you hear in North America come from the tradition of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it remains unchanged since his time. And it goes like this. Joy Radhe Gobindo Gopalo Bonomali, হে রাধে গোবিন্দ গোপাল বনমালী, জয় রাধে গোবিন্দ গোপাল বনমালী। শ্রী রাধার প্রাণ ধন মুকুন্দ মুরারি, শ্রী রাধার প্রাণ ধন মুকুন্দ মুরারি। হরি বল, 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 হরি বল. Should we do the little South Indian bit as well? ചിലങ്ക കെട്ടി ഓടി ഓടി വായോ, എന്റെ താമര കണ്ണാടി ആടി വായോ. ഓ ചിലങ്ക കെട്ടി ഓടി ഓടി വായോ, എന്റെ താമര കണ്ണാടി ആടി വായോ. നിന്റെ പിഞ്ചുപാദം തേടി തേടി ഞങ്ങൾ, നിന്റെ ദിവ്യനാമം പാടി പാടി വന്ന്. നിന്റെ പിഞ്ചുപാദം തേടി തേടി ഞങ്ങൾ, നിന്റെ ദിവ്യനാമം പാടി പാടി വന്ന്. ചിലങ്കട്ടി ഓടി ഓടി വായോ, എന്റെ താമര കണ്ണാടി ആടി വായോ. ഏ ചിലങ്കട്ടി ഓടി ഓടി വായോ, എന്റെ താമര കണ്ണാടി ആടി വായോ. This can go on, so we'll just do one Guju one. કારણ કે આપણા ગુજરાતી ભાઈઓ ને બહેનો ઘણા બધા હશે ને અમેરિકા ને કેનેડામાં. હે હાલ હાલ હાલ, હે હાલો, હે હાલ હાલ હાલ, હે હાલ 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 હાલ, हे हाल हाल हाल, वही जाए रात बात माने. हाल 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 हाल, वही जाए रात बात माने. माथे पर शेरे पर भात छोगाड़ा तारा, मोरे रंगीला तारा, मोरे छबीला तारा. रंग फेर जुए तारी वाट, रंग लो हे रंग लो. जम्यो कालिंदड़ी ने घाट छोगाड़ा तारा, मोरे रंगीला तारा, मोरे छबीला तारा. रंग फेर जुए तारी वाट, रंग लो हे. हरि बोल, 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 हरि बोल. हे मारा पालवनो सेडलो मेल छोगाड़ो ए छील, કે મન મારું ધડકે છે. મારા પાલવનો સેડલો મેલ છોગાડો એ છેલ, કે મન મારું ધડકે છે. હું તો પાંદડો ને તું તો મારી વેલ, હું મોરનું તું થેલ, કે મન મારું ધડકે છે. ના 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 ના, છોગાડો એ છેલ, કે મન મારું ધડકે છે. હે અષાઢ ચારમ મેઘ મનારમ, બની બહારમ વિસ્તારમ. Hey, Sancharam Meghamanaram Vanibaharam Jaladharam Datur Dakaram Dadiyataram Mayurpukaram Vistaram He Radhe Pyari Gokulhari Gokulavo Girdhari He Radhe Pyari Gokulhari Gokulavo Girdhari Re Jire Gokulavo Girdhari Re Jire Gokulavo Girdhari Re Jire Hari Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, thank you so much, Vikramji, for an
Have
incredible.
a great day ahead. That's a big thank you from Tina and me. Stay safe, stay home, and see you all very, very soon.
Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you for staying late for us. I don't think people realize it's very late for Vikramji and Tina out there. And so it's really like just absolutely a pleasure to have you on.
I think I've earned some hot chocolate now.
We have plenty of it here. So as soon as you can get it, have a great night.
Bye. See ya. Bye bye. Jai Gurudev.
Hey, Gurudev. Thank you, everybody. For all the new people, we're going to just show a video on the happiness program and a little bit of a taste of what the Art of Living programs are about. But thank you, everybody, for coming. It's an incredible, incredible joy to connect like this vibrationally. I know I've said the word incredible almost like, 15, 20 times through this event, but that's only because my mind is blown. It is such an incredible, incredible joy to be with everybody here. So without much further ado, let me just share this video.
So what are we seeking in the world, in our lives? Is it lots of money? Is it good health? Is it to travel the world? Is it to meet lots of people? It's basically happiness. I want to be happy. And that happiness is not out there. It's right here and now. In spite of all the challenges, how can I celebrate life? Come explore the depths of your mind and the vastness of your consciousness at the Happiness Program.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming. Our next satsang will be on May 30th. I'm going to put a slide up showing that. Really looking forward to seeing you there. It's the last Saturday of May, and we'll be connecting again coast to coast with Canada, a different flavor with different folks who will be joining us. You'll see photos of people who participated last time, where we're rotating different people and connecting with different people across the country. Yeah. See you on May 30th. And for those who may not know the phrase that you keep seeing on the chat, Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev is just victory to the highest self, victory to the highest that is in you. So, Jai Gurudev, everybody, and see you soon.